And today, in this video, I actually want to show you guys the real problems with Tekken 8. I know there's guys that's made videos complaining about Tekken 8, but they're not really telling you what's actually wrong with Tekken 8. They're kind of just showing you stuff that's kind of been in Tekken for a while. So in this video, I want to show you guys specific Tekken 8 stuff that I feel is a problem with the game. And this is coming from somebody that's been a high-level player since Tekken 5. I've been competing in tournaments since I was 14, and I've won tournaments in Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, Tekken 6, Tekken 5.1, Vanilla Tekken 6 in arcade, Tekken 7, and also Tekken Tag Tournament 2. So yes, I've won and played Tekken at a high level in many different Tekken games. So I want to tell you guys and show you guys the problems that are specific to Tekken 8. So first of all, one of the things I think is bad about this game is this moves like this. The reason why moves like this is really bad is because the move does too much, right? See, it high crushes. See, it high crushes on block. It's +5. On regular hit, it knocks you back. And it does chip damage. So moves like that is way too good. It does way too much. Like, in Tekken in general, moves should only do one thing and not multiple things, right? I think at max, 2 different things. But like I said, this move, it high crushes, that's 1. Chip damage, that's 2. And it's heavy plus. That's 3 different things that one move does. So moves like that should not belong in the game. That move is way too good and way too spammy. Another thing too that should not be in the game is stuff like that, which is basically a guard break. Guard breaks do not belong in the game. Tekken has never had things like this, where your guard breaks and you get some free combo on the wall. Like, stuff like that is way too OD. You get punished too bad, then you get some full combo. That's really cheap with Brian though, because not only does he have that, but he also has taunt into War Splat, and he can also do taunt into Heat Smash. He could do taunt into Heat Smash. I'm not a Brian expert, but he could do the taunt, and then he could do that. So things like that don't belong in the game. I just think guard breaks in general are kind of crazy, because let's be real, Brian doesn't need 3+4 into charge 2. The reason why he doesn't need that is because he already has taunt into Heat Smash or taunt into Jet Upper. Another thing that makes it real cheap is this too, right? That. You see that? I'm gonna try to interrupt, right? See, I got hit. And the reason why you want to interrupt is so you could beat out the guard break, right? Of course he needs snake eyes, right? But this is why you want to try to interrupt. And it's hard too. You see he still high crushes, right? So you need to do like a big move just to stop him from to hit him out of it, right? So stuff like that is super duper cheap. And also moves like that is OD. Like this, he doesn't need that, because he already has soccer ball kick. So I don't really see the point of a character having multiple of the same type of tools. Like, it's kind of silly, you know. Like, but I think guard breaks and stuff like that is not good. Honestly, I used to complain about chip damage. I used to think, well, I never really complained about chip damage, but I always felt chip damage was kind of cheap. But they nerfed chip damage in Season 2 to the point that is not as bad as it used to be. And I'm going to be real with you. I think chip damage in general, it benefits some characters more than others. Like a character like Lee or something like that, or somebody like Nina that has to really poke you up to do damage. Basically, any poke character benefits from doing chip damage, because they could just do chip damage stuff and not worry about really like poking you up or doing 50-50s. They could just poke you a bit, do chip damage, chip damage, chip damage, and then poke you, and then destroy your recovery health just by doing chip damage. So it used to be really bad. But I could see why somebody doesn't like chip damage in Tekken 8, because obviously, you know, it makes blocking a bad option for you, right? Like blocking isn't good just because of, you know, how cheap chip damage was. But, you know, I think chip damage got nerfed so much that it's kind of like a whatever type thing. It's only cheap, obviously, when somebody's in heat and you fighting like Quaran or something like that, and they kind of just on you. You feel me? So, but yeah, that's some of the stuff. Let's do quick select and play another character, right? And the character I'm gonna tell you is June. So we're gonna play June, and I'm gonna tell you guys some of the stuff that's like wrong with this game, right? June, obviously, this move is one of the most broken moves in the game. This move is OD because it low crushes. You can't even punish it when you sidestep it to one side. You have to sidestep it up. But if you go low, guaranteed. If you do anything slow, guaranteed. If you block it, you can't punish it. You literally have to hold down back and completely, you know, duck to punish him. So the move is way too safe and too cheap. It should not jail. It should not jail. There's almost no risk involved in that move. You literally have to do a raw sidewalk, or just, you know, or just do the punish you get is really small if you do sidestep it that way. So you get a punish, but the move is just too good. Because if you get hit, that's your whole life bar right there, and that's it. She won. Another thing too is moves like this. Like this move has way too much counter. Like it does too much for what it does. It should be a lot riskier. Another thing too is that move is one of the most broken moves in the game. Like a character should not have something like this in heat. Why? See? Fully high crush. Not only does it fully high crush, it beats out just about everything. And it's +2 on block. And you can't whip punish it. You see, it didn't even say punish. You can't whip punish it. The move is way too good. So basically when she's in heat, you literally can't like really do anything to her. You have to just like try to like get away from that move and not mash or nothing. It's OD. That move is super OD. I'll show you why. Let's say she does jab, see? Counter. Now I'm gonna I'm gonna try to whip punish. You have to be very fast. See? You have to be very, very on point. Online it's almost impossible to punish this move. It's almost impossible. That move has too much, like you can't press no button. So basically you just have to sit there and block when she's in heat. Because if you attack, she's gonna hit you with that. Another thing with just sidestepping this that makes it hard is this move. That move is really good. Because in heat, you know, I think on regular hit, I believe she, yep, on regular hit, she gets that. So if you're trying to sidestep her, you get hit with that, and then it's plus, right? But a lot of the problems with this game is just moves that do too much. Like certain, like a move like this, it should not jail. It's fine that on counter hit she gets a full combo, but it should not jail, and it should not be like safe on block like this. Like there's no risk. I honestly don't even think it should low crush, to be real with you, but you know, I think them making it not jail will make it a lot more balanced. And at least if you sidewalk it, make it so that the second hit will always whiff and then you can punish her. So stuff like that. And obviously when characters is in heat, being able to do too many 50-50s, stuff like that, like that's pure mix-ups, right? Another move that's mad cheap is that move is mad cheap. Is a safe mid launcher that high crushes and is safe on block. That move is crazy good. Safe on block. And it high crushes. And then in heat, she gets a full combo. Yep. It's way too good. Nobody should have a move that's safe on block, high crushes, and gets a full combo like that in heat. I think heat in general, to be real with you, it was a mistake. Because characters get way too buffed in heat. Way too buffed, and they're able to do too much stuff in heat. Like, I'm not gonna show you every character and what they do in Heat, but I just want to give examples of what stuff, you know, you could consider to be a problem in this game, like issues, right? So basically, any guard break, like Jack, Steve, any character with a guard break should not have no damn guard break. That's like super OD. But so there's the issue with this game, obviously, is specific moves that are a problem. It's not that, you know, backdash is bad, you can't backdash out of everything. No, if they would just get rid of certain properties, the move would be better. Because now, when you go into Heat, it's only +9, so there's counterplay. You could jab out of it, you can move. So, obviously, a thing with Kazuya that makes him mad good, I don't think a character like him should have something like 4-4-2. Like this move, like even though you could step it, like he gets a full combo off of it, right? So let's say he hits you with that, and then he does that, right? You cannot step that move if he's at plus. So you're eating a full 50-50 with that and Hell Sweep. If somebody like really really delays his things. Because I've fought Kazuya players and I've tried to step this and I haven't been able to step it. But it's one of those things that if he like actually like delays his thing, because online timing is delayed, right? So if a Kazuya player does this, you might be cooked if he delays it properly. See, I can't step if he does it instantly. Yeah, it's very hard. Yeah, I can't step it. Yeah, I was doing it too slow. My bad. See, I can't do nothing about that. So it's either that, yeah, I can't move. So it's either that or a Hell Sweep. I don't really raw edit my videos like this because I want to show you guys. A lot of you guys don't understand. I guess y'all just crayon eaters or something. But Tekken in general, it's a fighting game, right? And nobody that plays it is perfect. I'm the type of person, if I do stuff in practice mode, I'm not going to be able to 100% do it, especially if I don't play the character, right? I'm the type of person that I could adapt and do something better while I'm in a match. I've never been a person that could replicate scenarios in practice mode and do it really well. So I'm just like that. I'm a heat in the moment type of dude. So basically, if you get hit in heat, you got to guess. And then this does like Half-Life. That does mad damage. So stuff like that, like just poor 50-50s every time you get hit is OD. So that's another thing. There's too much vortexes. Obviously, when somebody hits you when they're in heat, that's one of the main problems. Obviously, in season 2 they made it better. So they made it like +9, so you could challenge stuff a little better and step. But obviously, if a character has a really strong 50-50 and they put you in heat and they put themselves in heat, it's gonna be a big problem. It's gonna be really hard to fight them. So if I were to balance it a bit more, instead of being +9, I will make that like +4 or something like that to have more counterplay, and so you won't have to guess too much. Because characters like Kazuya, they could kind of just cook you once they hit you. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, we already talked about the guard breaks and stuff like that. But there's another thing that I think is a problem with Tekken 8, and so a lot of characters have this move. So, and it's that armor absorption thing that King and Devil Jin have. I don't think any character should have stuff like that because it makes it too hard to poke something. I think like anything that just avoids pokes is mad cheesy. So King has a buster move, a chest buster move that he can do, that he absorbs. That is basically an armor move. Let me see what's the notation of the move because I don't play King. That right there, this move, that move is way OD. Okay, so it's down back 3+4, 1+2. Okay, that move is crazy because he could charge it, he could cancel it, and it just avoids everything. So it's complete counterplay. That move like does too much. So let's say I'm gonna do a low, right, to try to counter him out of it. Watch this. See, it doesn't counter hit. OD. So if the king player is good at timing this, obviously in practice mode it's a little harder. But yeah, that move, even if he does it, you can't counter hit him out of it. And he could cancel it too. He could cancel it. I've had people you could do Jaguar sprint after it. Wow. Oh yeah, he gets a mix up. Yeah, OD. Yeah, so like stuff like that, any move that like, cause that move you can't jab it, you can't do mids on it. If you go low, you know what I'm saying? It's like one of those things that you can't counter hit him out of it. So it's like one of those things. It's like you can't counter him. It counters too much. And obviously, you know, I'm not gonna complain about stuff like this, and I'm not gonna complain stuff like that, and I'm not gonna complain about things like that, because he's always had that in every Tekken. So there's no point in complaining about something. Obviously, when he's in heat, and he could go into Jaguar step and do mix-ups, that shit is OD. Is OD. And obviously, him being able to do giant swing and instant shining wizard and have homing is OD too. Those two moves have homing. So like homing throws while in heat is kind of OD too. But yeah, that's mostly all the problems that I have with Tekken 8 that I will say, okay, you make sense. Obviously, another thing too that I would say is that heat smashes. I don't think heat smashes should be plus on block. That's one. And I think you should be able to punch parry them. It's kind of crazy that you can't punch parry a heat smash, and you can't punch parry it. See, you can't punch parry it, and you can't armor out of it. So it count like heat smashes are still way too strong. They're way too strong. They plus, a lot of them are plus on block. You can't armor them. You can't heat out of them. And they do a lot of damage. The only thing you could do is just like sidewalk it or mash them out of it. So things like that, those moves don't have a lot of counterplay to it. You gotta really know specifically. One last thing, obviously Huaran, he's way too good. Like stuff like down 3 into 3-3-3 and stuff like that, where you block a low and try to like while standing punish him and then you get killed for trying to punish him. I think any character that has silly stuff like that should not be in Tekken. You shouldn't get killed for trying to punish anything. So basically the tail of this video is basically the biggest problems with Tekken is too many moves have way too much good properties, and heat is still a problem, obviously. Chip damage and moves that do too much. Like certain moves counter too many things. Like way too much. And obviously guard breaks is one of the biggest issues. Shahim's instant guard break, no character should have that. He has a 50-50 slide mix up with that. Steve has the guard break. That is OD. Fang normal hit back one into shoulder and heat. Like there's a lot of silly stuff in this game that characters shouldn't have. Anna in general, her homing moves, she shouldn't have so much tracking moves, because that's the thing with this game. A lot of characters have too much stuff that kind of like fixes their weaknesses. So Anna, for example, her tracking is supposed to be bad, but they give them a lot of homing moves so you can't sidestep her. So things like that is really silly, and no character should have things like that. And obviously stuff like this, they nerf that move. But like full strings like this natural combo and heat, I don't think any character should have that. It does too much. You could just kind of just throw it out. So heat is still a problem, and some characters, you know, still get too much. So like I said, like I don't think this game is terrible, but at least if I make a video about what's bad about this game, I'm actually gonna show you Tekken 8 specific stuff. I'm not gonna just be like, oh, you know, The problem with this game is that I can't backdash out of everything, and I just get mixed up because I just want to backdash out of everything. No, bro. The real issue is the things that I'm showing you, the Tekken 8 specific things that make this game wrong. So y'all lucky that somebody like me that's been playing for a long time, that has a brain, you know, can like actually teach you guys stuff and show y'all what's wrong with this game, instead of, you know, on some, oh, I can't backdash, you know, blah blah blah, you know. And of course evasion moves like Asusena stuff and stuff like that is rough. That move is OD, like, because it's a guard break. So guard breaks is OD, and I think a lot of characters also have unbreakable throws. Like King could run and do a RKO on you, and other characters have unbreakable throws too. I don't think any character in the game should have an unbreakable throw. Panda has an unbreakable throw also, because that just forces you to guess. So that's another thing. Guard breaks and unbreakable throws do not belong in the game. You should be able to break every single throw in the game, and you should be rewarded for being able to break throws. You know, obviously chip damage was a lot worse before, but they nerfed it to the point that, you know, people doing chip stuff on you is like kind of like whatever now. But yeah, man, this is what I think is wrong with the game. Like I said, I'm not gonna make this video too long, and I'm not gonna go through the whole move list, because I pretty much told you guys what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I don't really need to go through the whole move list for you guys to understand what's the key problems. You know, Namco's fixing the game. You know, once I learned how to adapt to season 2, I've been enjoying the game a lot more, and I just take it for what it is. So hopefully all my educational videos have been helping you guys a lot and moving forward and trying to get better at the game. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, take care, and laters.